Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. And today we had to get a new background in here. The Camaro, and we just bought this tractor today for this property. Which, funny story about this: I bought this at 2 in the morning last night on Marketplace. Like, just a funny story. We're gonna cover some Pokemon news. How my prediction was right again, and yeah. So anyway, let's just get underway. Welcome back to the channel. Love you all. And we're back with another one. So, I need to get some theme music out here in this garage. But anyway, that's besides the point. Sorry for the no theme music and cool entrance. You get a better background, so we had to make some sacrifices. Cool background or theme music. Take your pick. Anyway, so where do we start? It's been a while since I've just had a set down video with my subscribers. A lot has changed. Maybe a lot of you haven't realized a lot has changed. So, 2 videos ago, I made a video saying that Team Up booster boxes would go up in price, that you should buy them at $11,000 to $12,000. They now seem to be at 17 grand. So if you bought them, congratulations, you're up like 6K in like a week. Now, what is even more shocking to me, I think Team Up will hit 20 grand to 30 grand very soon. What's even more shocking to me is that Base Set Unlimited has hit $75,000. And maybe a lot of you haven't followed Base Set prices and how crazy Base Set is. But this booster box, I remember it being $10,000. And it wasn't even that long ago. It went to 30 grand, then it crashed back down to like 12K. I mean, I don't even think Base Set's that great of a set. And I really want to know what is wrong with you people that are paying $75,000 for Base Set. Like, why? Why would you buy Base Set Unlimited for $75,000? At least just spend the extra money and get Hall & Phantoms at that point. I mean, it's just Base Set Unlimited, folks. I mean, Team Up is a better set than Base Set Unlimited. The Lovebirds are a better card. By the way, Lovebirds in PSA 10 went for like 22 grand. That shit was at like 10K not that long ago. Lovebirds was like an $89 card like 5 years ago. It's so crazy in a PSA 10. Anyway, but $75,000 for Base Set. I mean, I remember it just recently hitting 30 grand. I mean, in 2 months, it went from like 30 grand to 75K. I mean, wow. I had a friend that had a Base Set box, and he couldn't even sell it when it hit 30K for like 20. He was trying to just dump it. And hopefully he still has it. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to him in a little while. But, yeah. Like, then it hit 50 grand like last week. And now it is just out of nowhere. 75 grand is the lowest listed. Like, what the fuck is going on, people? I don't know. Don't buy Base Set for 75 grand. Like, oh my God. Team Up, on the other hand, if you listen to the advice on this channel, you bought it when it was, 8 grand when I first said to buy it, or 11 grand. It's now 17.5 to 20K. So, like I said, if you listen to this channel, you made like 6 grand. And a lot of people, they think, the money's in modern, and it's really not. I mean, it's really not. Now that we covered over that, that's really about all that's happened in Pokemon recently. I don't think there's anything else in Pokemon news. Nothing crazy. Yeah, like nothing real crazy. But anyway, I want to tell the story about how I bought this tractor, though. So it was like midnight last night, and I find a tractor on Marketplace. The guy's like 3 blocks down the road from this house. And I'm like, well, I'll look at it tomorrow. He's like, oh, come on down tonight. So I go down there, and I drive down there first to see what was up with it. I seen it wasn't that bad of a walk, and so I was definitely gonna buy it. And dude, this guy had like a fucking nice ass in-ground pool, two beautiful homes, and I'm gonna explain why doing what me and him do is better than working, and why it is the new form of work. Because this is working, doing what we do. But I kind of want to tell this guy's story because I feel like it's something on my channel that a lot of people should listen to. Uh, so we're just gonna throw it out there. You know, this guy has an in-ground pool, beautiful, uh, and it, you know, he has like a roof over it, everything, beautiful pool. I mean, his one of them koi ponds. I mean, like his whole house looks like Disney World, and beautiful place. And he's talking about selling for 300K, which I'm thinking about buying it. I might sell this place and just grab that one because it's just like it'll be nice for pool parties. But anyway, so dude and his wife are chilling. He shows me the tractor. I buy it. And, well, I didn't give him the money yet, but I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll buy it. So he's like, hey, if you want to come swimming, he's like, come on down, you know? So I drive back home, walk down there. By then it's like 1 in the morning. And go swimming in their pool, party with them. The guy smokes me up, which was even cooler. Like we're all fucking smoking tree. And like him and his wife were telling me all these crazy stories, and it was just a really good time. And I kind of want to do the background of this guy. He's like a 50-year-old man, uh, and his story is a lot like mine. He has a beautiful home that I personally think is worth 350 to 400K. But the guy can't get a loan to save his name. He's never had a job. His only job is like he goes around, he paints people's houses, he fixes their shit, you know. And like he slowly built his house and added, you know, his pool room using like other materials. And basically, this guy couldn't get a loan from a bank because he has no credit, has no job, hasn't had a job, but has, you know, a beautiful home from, you know, buying a house cheap, fixing it up, doing the same thing that I've, you know, showed you on this channel of like what we do. And his number that he told me that he had in this house, and I kid you not, man, just doing the pool room is 100 bands. Like, I mean, just doing the pool room. But the beauty that I liked about his property was he had his house, which is a nice, beautiful, like 4-bedroom house. And then he had a second house on the property. So we're thinking like 160K, 170K-ish for that property. And then his second house right beside it, he's renting to someone, okay? So he's renting his house out to someone, and that's paying his mortgage that's in his wife's name. Like, so, and what he also does is he fixes tractors on the side and sells them. And, you know, looks for houses that are good deals. And the number that he gave me, and this was from being patient, buying materials when they were cheaper, buying the house when it was cheaper. The number that he gave me that he had in everything. And, I mean, to me, in current market, what I roughly appraised the house at, well, his whole entire estate, because he wasn't very sure either. Like, he was hoping to sell it for 300K, and I said, I think you have more than 300K here, man. Because, like I said, the one house is like completely finished, beautiful condition. So that's like 100 and, you know, 60, 170 in this area. His second house, probably 130. It's not quite as nice as Rettle, but still a nice little place. And then his pool room, you're probably not about on 100 bands. So, dude's essentially at 170, 130. So right there is 300. He was talking about selling for 300. I mean, if you sell for 300, let me know. I'm like, I'll probably buy it. And then he has, a beautiful pool room, all done right. And like, in my opinion, there's like 400K there, easy. And so he gives me the number though that he has in it, and he's like, you will be shocked when you hear how much it cost him. And now this is granted, this guy's done everything himself. Yard is beautifully landscaped. I mean, walking in the, and oh yeah, and it has a garage in the back too that he does all his work. So there's 4 buildings there. This guy did them for $100,000. Granted, it took him a while, but and all of his own labor, but $100,000 is basically what his mortgage is through his wife. I'm like, that's insane. Like, that is incredible. Like, I'm like, dude, like that's unheard of. But here's a guy that a bank wouldn't loan money to, that I would trust to loan money to, because he knows what he's doing. But he doesn't have any credit, doesn't have a job. That's why credit and a job are kind of important, but not really. Now, but that's kind of what I wanted to get into, of like, he's basically just doing the exact same thing I do. Like, I look for good deals on tractors. I look for good deals on trucks and cars. And I don't mess with cars and trucks as much, but I mainly look for good deals on houses. And he does the same thing. And, like, people like me and him, we have more money than most people that work. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just kind of the moral of this story, is that if you have the knowledge, and I watched how the guy's mind works. It works a lot like mine, of assessing the numbers on everything. Every home's a math problem, and everything is like, well, I can do this, I can fix this for this. And essentially, that is how you get ahead. And, I can't stress it enough that, like, a lot of people say, oh, what costs $400K to build a house? And it's like, it really doesn't. Like, if you're very careful about calculating your numbers, you can definitely get in cheaper. But at the same time, you really got to hope for good deals. But they're out there. And I want to discuss this property a little bit more, that we bought for $90. So now that I look at it a little bit more, now that I fixed the drain system with it, we're going to go over that on the channel here. I actually bought waterproof tape to finish doing these pipes. It realistically should sell for $150 already. But I was talking to one friend that has a place in this area too, and he's like, I would not sell it for $150. He's like, I would just wait. They're going to be $200K soon. And, I can't even disagree with that. That I think good livable homes on a piece of land like this is, you're usually going to be at $200K pretty soon. And but I get different perspectives. Like that guy, he thinks the real estate market's going to tank. The guy that has a nice pool and stuff, and I said, I don't think that's the truth, man. And even he sees it himself, that some of the worst houses still sell. Like, there's a place none of us wanted to buy that needed a ton of work, and it was $75,000, but it needed the basement, like new cement in the basement and stuff like that. And we're like, yeah, fuck that. And even some brave soul bought that. So, properties sell really fast, especially if they're decent and in a decent area. They sell really quick. So, I think real estate is actually on fire right now. And I know a lot of stackers. They believe that real estate's going to just plummet, and silver and gold skyrocket. And Though I do agree that silver and gold will skyrocket, I still think real estate will skyrocket right along with it too. That I'm extremely bullish for real estate in the future. And I think it's a very good idea, if you can afford it, to start looking into finding homes that you can basically do what I did with this place. And it's just a very important thing to do. And it's a shame to me that the younger generations have not been able to go through the experience of owning a home, fixing their home. That, you know, a lot of people are my age when they get a home, which is honestly rather sad. Like that, like there's a lot of people that are like in their like 30s and they already know they have no hope at even affording to own their own home. And I still say, you know, my message is even a mortgage is better than renting. But, you know, you can be like that guy in a way. You know, get two places, rent one, have it pay your bills, live in the other. You just got to get creative with the numbers and get creative with really looking everywhere. You know, opportunities are everywhere. I can't stress it enough. They're few and far between, but they are out there. And that's kind of my message to the younger generation. I don't know how longer they're going to be out there, but in some areas they are out there. The game is rigged. It's a bullshit system, but to just give up and not look for opportunities is a lot harder. So that's kind of my message to the younger generations trying to get into real estate. It is possible, but it is difficult. But if you've been watching this channel, you've been learning, you will get there. So that's everything I really wanted to cover in today's video for the most part. Like I said, we're going to get to work here. Something I do want to talk about is my pipe system that I put in. Let me see. Oh yeah, we got our waterproof tape. So this is what I'm about to get into right now as we speak. I got the waterproof tape. So what we got to do is basically seal off this so it doesn't leak, seal those, and then we got to get it all on the right slope. Like, see, I have bricks under there. I got to put bricks on that other part. You raise it up here, and you basically have, you know, keep it raised up above here, and then you want to get it on a slope. That way your water doesn't build up in the pipes. And slope it down when you're doing these. So, yeah, that's mostly everything I want to cover today, though. But yeah, how about that team up call? Like I told you guys, at like 10, 11 grand, like you had a 6K come up real quick if you bought team up booster boxes. Anyway, yeah, we got a bunch of brick. Getting ready to do this project. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work here and get some shit done and call it a night here soon. It's been a pretty busy day. So I got my grass cut. It was looking atrocious. So yeah, just getting shit done, man. Getting shit done. Definitely have been transforming this property really fast, you know. That's just one guy, you know what I mean? Like if you learn this stuff, I'm telling you, your level's ahead of most people, because most people are just sitting on their asses. You know, like I said, the game is rigged. Something I did want to talk about was seeing a guy today bitching about the 2%, the Boston Tea Party, where when they raised the taxes by 2%, people like started like throwing all the tea in the ocean. I'm like, damn. Like, they just raised our shit by 50% and no one does anything. Like, it is crazy. It's like, I was like, man, like, they raised it over 2%. We need to be fucking throwing the whole ships in the ocean and burning them to the ground at this point. I mean, our politicians are just absolutely terrible. Terrible human beings. But anyway, it's everything I wanted to cover over today. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. We're out.